Hello there. This is Sherry coming to you live from Victoria, British Columbia. It is Friday evening, so I'm hoping you are out there doing some fun and entertaining things. I just went for a walk along the Galloping Goose Trail. The last couple of times I've been on it, I've seen owls. Hi Maria, good to see you. Today I am, hello Micah, good to see you too, honey. Today I am revealing the 4 cards that I picked for you earlier. So if you picked card number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or a collection thereof, then let's see what you pulled. So the number 1 card, if you haven't picked a card yet, then think of 1, 2, 3, 4, or a combination of, and you can post it down below before I reveal them if you like, or just keep it in your head about what one feels like the right information for you today. So the number 1 card is the number 1 card. The number 1 card is about love abounds. And I like this because what this tells me is that you are likely putting yourself first, which is really important. Awesome, Maria, number 2. You're likely putting yourself first, which is really important when it comes to love, because the way that others treat us in terms of love and interactions and relationships is a reflection of how we treat ourselves. So if you want more love, then you want to understand how you are treating yourself. And if you're not seeing love around you, then how do you step into a place of looking for more love around you? Because love abounds. It's jumping all around and love is everywhere. So you want to step into that heart-centered place of connecting to more love within you. You want to do that from a really confident place of I deserve more, and you want to do that from a place of speaking from your throat and speaking for or from your place of desires and your place of worthiness and deservingness, and from that place of setting your boundaries and really speaking up for what it is that you want and you desire. So number 1 is about independence. It's about grounding as well. So it's really interesting because many people right now are experiencing like sugar cravings and like craving things like ice cream and stuff that they wouldn't normally eat, or maybe they would eat more occasionally, and now they're feeling like there's more of a draw to the sweet stuff. So I mentioned earlier today that when you're craving things that are sweet, a lot of times you're not grounded. And so the number 1 card could also be about that root chakra and literally about grounding yourself to the planet and then sinking into yourself and asking yourself, okay, now I'm on the planet, now I'm grounded. What is it that I need in order to create more love and abundance within my life? Because it's there. So if you got the number 1 card, it's love abounds. Love is everywhere. How do you put those glasses on where you're seeing more love and where you're actually experiencing more love within you? The number 2 card was dreams coming true, and it's in reverse right now. So I get the sense that there are things that are ending or things that need to come to an end. And when I say things, I'm actually thinking about thoughts and beliefs that are probably keeping you stuck. Thoughts and beliefs about things being challenging or things being hard or things being overwhelming, and a tendency to get stuck in that sort of idea of the past, or get stuck in that idea of when people tell you things like, oh, you're never going to be able to do that, or that's going to be really hard, or nobody's ever done that before, or why do you think you can do that? And so those things can get stuck in a loop within our own thoughts and beliefs. And what you want to do is tie into that number 9 there. And you want to release those old thoughts and beliefs. You want to release all those old patterns. And you want to thank them for being there, because they were there for some purpose, but now you're going to create a new purpose. So in order for you to really step into that place of creating your own dreams and to step into that place of allowing them to come true, it makes me think there are definitely things that you need to celebrate, because 9 can be about celebrations as well, but also about things ending. So it makes me think that things need to come to some kind of ending and celebration that they were, in order for you to step into what it is that you're now going to create as you're stepping forward and moving into that place of, this is what my new future is going to look like, and this is the power within my hand that I wield in order to create it. So release what's not serving you. Maybe that's people, maybe it's thoughts, maybe it's beliefs, maybe it's old patterns, maybe it's habits. But it's a really good time now that we're, oh, it's funny because this is actually a 6 in the upside down position and we're in the 6th month. So the 5 month was a lot of transformation. It was a lot of transition. And now that we're in the 6th month, it's more about finding that place of balance and filling ourselves up with the things that we did release. So that could probably be part of this as well, about calling in more of what it is that you do desire to come true, because you need to know exactly what your dreams are or have some perspective about them in order to actually create them. So you need to be able to look at the palm of your hand and know what it is that you want to create and that you desire to create, and then trust that you can do it. Celebrate that you're this far, and then celebrate as you know you're stepping into that place of creating it. So celebrate the processes of the dreams coming true as well. The next one was the number 3 card, and the number 3 card is actually a number 4 card, which is joy and stability. So this just makes me think, if you picked number 3, that perhaps you're not as balanced in your life as you could be, that perhaps it is time to celebrate and be joyful and to feel more stable. But I find that many of us are pretty good at this, but we're good at it in like one way, but not in all ways. So maybe in terms of you, you know, if you're have a family and you're getting everybody to work and everybody's, you know, going to school and everybody's getting fed and all of those things. But then that makes me also think, like, but what about you? Are you actually feeling joyful and feeling stable? A lot of people can be really stable in the doing stage, but they're not really stable in the being stage. So whenever I see the 4 card, I always think about balancing what you're giving and receiving, balancing the masculine side of you with the feminine side of you, balancing working and working and working and doing challenging things and all the have-tos with the joy, with the fun, with the playfulness, with the relaxation, with the hobbies and all of those things. So you are feeling more balanced. And once you call in that balance of balancing your life on a bigger perspective in more ways, then even more joy and more stability comes to you because you are feeling more balanced. So celebrate where you have balance in your life now, and see if there are other avenues or other ways to create more balance in your life as you're moving forward through June. And the number 4 card today was Master. So this makes me think that again, there's a lot of celebration going on, because this makes me think celebration as well. This makes me think celebrating how far you have come in mastering your own thoughts and beliefs and patterns and actions. And it also makes me think that you wield the power within your own heart. You wield the power within your own heart to do what it is you want, to believe in what you want to believe in, to create what you desire. And once you're getting out of your head and you're getting into the heart and you're allowing your creation to come from that place of what my soul wants, what my inner desires want, what I really want at that deep and intimate level that I might not share with too many people, then that is when you become the master of your reality, because you're not just thinking from the logical place in your head, you're literally thinking from that heart and soul place. And there's so much green in this, so much heart. And there's also it's interesting because if you see the sort of yellow-green combination, I see a lot of people with auras this color. So the aura is like that area or energy around the body, and I don't see them all the time, but every once in a while I do, and they're really magical to see. It's literally like there's weird colors and sort of shapes, almost like a fog around people, and sometimes it's just white, but usually I see them. And the one that I see the most commonly is like what he is shining with around him. It's almost that that lime green yellow color. And that makes me think that from this place of being heart-centered and being soul-centered, he's actually connecting to his confidence and his authority and his personal power, regardless of whether you're a he or a she here. But connecting into that place of, I know what my heart desires, and it's safe for me to go out and create this. It's safe for me to be the master of my own power, to be the master of my own heart, to be the master of creating what it is I desire. And so this is, the one card is about being independent, which sort of ties into that love bounds card in a sense of connecting in to me, what it is that I want. This is my life, and I am leading my life in order to create what I desire. And then as that happens, I will affect and inspire others and help others. But the I part has to be the most important part, because you are the one who is living with you. So you need to be happy with what you're doing. And then your happiness and your joy and your inspiration spills out to other people. And the second number in this MasterCard is a 5, which means transformation. And so when you are transforming into doing things from a more heart-centered place, rather than a more logical brain, what should I do? What would other people like me to do, or whatever sort of place, you're transforming into, no, this is magical for my heart. This is what my heart and my soul desire to do. So he's connecting into the 1 and the 5. And what that does is bring him into a place of self-nurturing. And if you add the 1 and 5 together, you get a 6. And that's the month of June. We're in that self-nurturing. We're in that like cohesive family, finding a balance after all the transformation place. So remember that if you pick the number 4 card, then somebody is saying kudos to you, that you are the master, that you can independently go into that place of, what do I desire? I can create it. I can create exactly what my soul wants. I am the master of my own domain. And when I do that, I'm actually nurturing other people and inspiring other people to do the same. So those are your 4 cards. Let's repeat them a little bit here in case you end up popping on sort of in the middle of this, or if you didn't catch them all. So the number 1 card was Love Abounds. And love abounds is literally like there's love everywhere. And the number 1 card makes me think of independence. It makes me think of the root chakra and grounding to the earth and nature. And it makes me think of literally, what does my heart want, which is kind of like the master card if you happen to pick 1 and 4. And so literally, what is it that my heart desires? Not what does my heart desire to give to everyone else, but what does my heart desire? What does my heart desire for me, for my soul, for my greatest and highest good, for my greatest joy, for the most fun? What would feel really good? And if that is not what's coming to you in terms of manifestation right now, then I want you to jump into that place of seeing the world through the eyes of love and seeing what you really want to create for you, to experience more of that, which will then do that like circles in a pond thing, where you're affecting other people and other places and other experiences in life by allowing yourself to step into that place of, what it is that I want. What do I want to do? What is love to me? What does love feel like? What do I need? How can I take better care of my own heart and my own self in order to allow love to abound like outside of you, as though you're like pulsating and like emulating love once you get to that point of creating the love within you. The second card was dreams coming true, but it was in reverse, which just makes me think that yes, your dreams can come true, but you need to celebrate how far you've come, celebrate your steps along the process, but also releasing any thoughts and beliefs and any possibly people or situations or experiences that are preventing you from moving into that place of literally creating the dreams. So allowing the dreams to be envisioned in the palm of your hand, knowing what they're going to look and feel like, and knowing that along that path, your dreams are going to change, and that's okay. So having an idea of what it is that you want to create, and then allowing that to transition, but releasing the things that are keeping you stuck from creating that dream in the palm of your hand, and celebrating it as you go, is going to move you into that place of allowing your dreams to come true more quickly, more easily, and more connected and more abundant. The number 3 card was the number 4 card. So the number 3 card was joy and stability. And this just makes me think that connecting in with more joy and stability in more ways that feel grounded, so in the masculine and feminine, in the giving and receiving, in the earthly ways, and in the like inner guidance, inner self, higher self ways, connecting into more joy from a confidence place of, I know I'm deserving and worthy of this joy, and how can I balance that in my life so that joy is a bigger aspect to me, and that will create a more stable place for everything to expand and feel more balanced for you. And the last card, the number 4 card, was Master. And Master is you being the wielder of all the tools, you being the creator, you being the master of your domain. And in order to do that, you want to step into your heart space and check in with what it is that your soul desires, what it is that you want to create, what it is that is your, like, literally your deepest desire from that heart-centered place. If you don't create this thing, if you don't express this thing, then it will feel as though life was not as fulfilling as it could be. It's literally that masterful place. And when we think too much from our head rather than our heart, then we don't allow that. So stepping into your heart, stepping into the confidence of becoming your authority, stepping into a place of the independent, it's okay for me to love myself, it's okay for me to do these things because I know that's going to create change for the greater good when I allow my soul to be the master of my domain. So that was the number 4 card. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, and I will speak to you soon. So happy weekend. It is Friday evening, so I hope you're doing something fun. Namaste.